It was part of British Champions Day in 2011. Can the mighty Kyprios get things off to a perfect start? We will find out in the glorious sunshine here at Ascot in the company of Simon Holt.
The last one to go in, under Ryan Moore, standing by. And they're off. Racing away from the stalls for the Qipco British Champions Long Distance Cup. Sweet William needs a little bit of motivating in the first few strides, but is well in touch now. Trawlerman in the all blue over against the far rail, disputing the running with the Euphrates, the grey Bellocchio, and Kyprios now sending very prominent now on the outside in the hands of Ryan Moore, as was the case in the Prix de Cadran at Paris-Longchamp 2 weeks ago. It's the Euphrates from Stable Companion in second, Kyprios. Trawlerman is third, Sweet William on the outside, and then Bellocchio. Out deep on the course is Alsakib, then from Al Nayir. Burdett Road round the inside, and Keys Chorister is under restraint in last place. Swinging right-handed away from the grandstand with about 1.5 miles left to go. And the Euphrates on the inside of Kyprios. Sweet William out wide in the pink with the white sleeves. Trawlerman getting plenty of cover on the inside now in fourth in the hands of William Buick. They're followed by Bellocchio, Burdett Road the inside, then Al Nayir, Al Sakib, and finally Keys Chorister. A fairly steady pace as they continue on the downhill run towards Swinley Bottom, but conditions testing here today, and the jockeys have got to ride sensibly. The Euphrates on the inside of Kyprios, Sweet William on the outside, Trawlerman on the inside of Bellocchio, Al Sakib wide of Al Nayir, Burdett Road in behind these, a little bit keen down the hill is Burdett Road, and so too is Keys Chorister at the rear of the field. About to swing right-handed into Swinley, and they're just about to pass the mile marker, therefore just about the halfway stage in this Qipco British Champions Long Distance Cup. The Euphrates by a neck to Kyprios in second. Sweet William is a very handy third. Trawlerman round the inside, and Bellocchio within 3 lengths of the lead. Then 1.5 lengths to Burdett Road and Al Nayir, 2 lengths to Keys Chorister, and Al Sakib is now the back marker. Now they make the run uphill back towards the home straight, and it is uphill all the way. Kyprios ranges up on the outside of the Euphrates, and these two now pretty much race as one. Kyprios possibly just nosing ahead. Sweet William is right there on the outside, poised to pounce, followed then by Bellocchio. Trawlerman round the inside. Behind these, Al Nayir is trying to make some progress from Burdett Road, Keys Chorister, and Al Sakib. Racing on now and passing the 4 furlong mark, and about to swing into the home straight, and the Euphrates from on the outside. Kyprios a half length down. Trawlerman is driven hard, so too is Sweet William in third place, then Bellocchio, Burdett Road, Al Nayir, and at the back Keys Chorister. They swing for home in the opener. Euphrates, the Euphrates challenged by Kyprios, and Kyprios just about going on now from his stable companion, but Sweet William is trying to challenge, and within a length of the favourite. They're followed by Trawlerman and Burdett Road. It's Kyprios by 2 lengths to Sweet William. They run down to the final furlong. Kyprios is keeping up the gallop as only he can. Sweet William trying very hard, but Kyprios is unbeatable. He's unassailable. It's Kyprios pulling away from Sweet William up towards the line, and Kyprios, the king of the stayers, beats off Sweet William in third. Trawlerman, and then Keys Chorister in fourth.
What a gorgeous horse he is. Kyprios wins again. Win number 15 for this champion stayer. Win number 4 in this event since it was switched to Ascot for Aidan O'Brien. It's an illustrious list as well. Fame and Glory, Order of St George, Kew Gardens. Kyprios 11-8 on favourite. It was never in any serious doubt. Chased home by a brace of Gosden. Sweet William has run a fine race in second. Trawlerman has run on for third. Keys Chorister fourth. And then Al Nayir and Burdett Road. But Kyprios always attending his pace-setting stable companion, the Euphrates. Ryan Moore saying to Christophe Soumillon, thanks very much. We did that nicely.
You want to crown champions on Champions Day, and he's definitely the champion stayer. He would have been whatever happened here, to be honest, so it's good to see him get his head in front, and he had the ideal spot from an early stage. The O'Brien pair really dictating the terms of the race. They were in the perfect spots, managed to get Trawlerman locked in a little bit of a pocket early on, but he was close enough, if good enough, and couldn't quite go on. It's the same 1, 2, 3 as last year, just in a different order this time around, Lucky.
Just getting the winning time. 3:25.91. 3:25.91. That is 3.5 seconds slower than last year's victory for Trawlerman when he beat this horse Kyprios in that tremendously dramatic finish. Kyprios, a different animal this year, a truncated campaign last year, and every time he passes the post, Chris, you have to remember he nearly died at the beginning of 2023. What he's done this season is remarkable.
It is, and last season he only managed the 2 runs, but this year he's been back to the kind of form, the kind of campaign of the previous year, and he is just far too good for the rest of the staying division, really, when he's giving his running, which he has done right the way through this season. It's another unblemished campaign on his part. In terms of the time, you wouldn't have expected it to be as fast as what last year was, just on the visuals. I'm not sure what the sectional times were in comparison to 12 months ago, but last year the field was strung out from a very early stage with a runaway leader, and the race broke apart from a very early stage, whereas today they were stacked up. There was 1 or 2, the likes of Burdick Road, that were keen in behind. I know it can be that way out, but the pace largely held up pretty well, and you wanted to be in a handy spot. And I'd say if you ran the races side by side, then last year's race would have been a good way ahead, and you would have expected a much quicker time.
And last year, Ryan Moore berated himself for hitting the front a little soon and allowing Frankie Dettori another bite at the cherry with Trawlerman. He was completely unfussed about that possibility this time.
Yeah, he was. He wasn't worried about that at all. But the winner, he was in Kyprios the perfect spot, wasn't he, through the whole race, really? And just a moment that you're thinking, will a long campaign start to catch up with him? Will he get headed late on like he did last year? But he just kept on grinding away. He's a very strong stayer. Excellent run again in defeat from Sweet William. He's not done anything wrong, and nor has Trawlerman in truth, but the champion stayer was too good.
Perfect racehorse, perfect stayer. Kyprios has won the Qipco Long Distance Cup. Ideal way to start a day where we crown champions.